Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once again to my channel. It is Ali here with another and very overdue video. I hope you guys are all having a great night or morning or afternoon wherever you are. So today I wanted to do something a little different. I wanted to do a get ready for bed with me because I am getting ready to hit the hay. It's been a long day. Before that, I wanted to just retwist my hair because the weather out here in New York is finally looking real good, so your girl can finally have her twist outs just flourishing and blowing in the wind. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into it and let's get into this video. Of course, I don't want to make the video too boring and just all about styling. I have my mirror here, so if you see me looking this way, that's why. But yeah, I also wanted to update you guys on a lot because a lot has happened since my last upload. Now, I'm sure you're wondering, Ali, why do you have a list? Well, that's one of the first huge changes. I actually have aligners now, so you can't really tell, but you can tell obviously by the way that my speech has changed. So I did develop a lisp, which is quite normal whenever you get aligners. The first few days you end up with a lisp, and this is actually a lot better than when I first got them. So if you're wondering, I went with Smile Direct Club. Now, this is completely unsponsored. This was my personal decision way before I even saw all the Smile Direct videos popping up on my phone, like a few weeks after I had even gone to my appointment. But I went for it. It was something that I wanted to invest in for a very long time, and I finally went through with it. So I started my treatment on June 21st, and I'm currently on month 1, week 1. So this is my first tray of aligners that I'm wearing for week 1 of my treatment, and I'm actually going to be switching these out on Friday because today is, well, actually right now it's officially Thursday night or Thursday morning. Pause. Thursday morning. So I'll be switching into my new aligners tomorrow, and I'll show you what comes inside the box. So it's pretty big because it brings everything that you need. So you have your little welcome card here. You also have, this is where you have the case where you carry your aligners. So that's actually in my bag right now because I carry that with me everywhere, because you always have to take out your aligners whenever you're eating or drinking anything other than water. You also get a lip balm. You get some whitening pens. I haven't started my whitening treatment as of yet. I'm actually going to save that for month 3 of my treatment. You have the Smile Stretcher, which is what you use in order to stretch your mouth as wide as possible so that you can have your 90-day checkups with your doctor. So when I hit month 3, I will be checking in with my doctor to show him my progress. And then here at the very bottom is where all the aligners actually are. So each time it's time for me to switch, I pull out a new pack from here. And yeah, it's all pretty straightforward, really easy to work with, which I absolutely love. And so it's been a really great and interesting week, to be honest. It's been different. It's been very different, but it's all for the best. I actually even got to see a 3D preview of what my smile is gonna look like once I'm done. So if you're wondering, I'm only gonna be wearing my aligners for the next 5 months. So I'll be done in November, and yeah, hopefully by then your girl will have a brand new smile. So that's been the biggest change with me so far. Other than that, as you guys know, because I went ahead and I posted on here on YouTube through the photos that I had also celebrated my birthday. So your girl turned the big 28. And it was actually a really exciting and really fun birthday. It's one of the first birthdays in a while that I looked forward to. Like, I don't know, something about turning 28 just felt really exciting to me, and it felt like a rebirth. And it's crazy because I ended up wearing all white on my birthday, as you guys saw in the photo. If you didn't see it, I'll go ahead and insert a whole bunch of them in here. But I ended up wearing all white. My birthday landed on a Sunday, and I was born on a Sunday. So I'm just like, what are the odds that I would end up celebrating my birthday not only on a Sunday, but also just wearing all white and having my birthday fall on the same day that I was born. So I kind of felt like I was just going through a rebirth altogether, and it was just really interesting and really fun to witness as well. I was actually really happy with how everything turned out. We had a great time. I went with 2 of my girlfriends to celebrate, and it was pretty much brunch and a day party, and it was just a lot of fun, and it was really refreshing. I'm gonna grab my styling product, and I'll be right back. Okay, so to style, I'm gonna be grabbing the Miracle Repair X Curl Food with black honey and coconut oil by TGIN. I actually used a little bit of this last night actually in my hair, and so far so good. It smells really good. At first I thought it was a deep conditioner, but it turns out that it's a styler, and you can use it daily or every other day as needed. But yeah, so far so good. I like using it in combination with my Jamaican mango and lime hemp oil infused with black seed oil. This was gifted to me by the people over at Jamaican Mango and Lime, so thank you so much. This product smells amazing, and I absolutely love using it in my hair, especially right now, like with this weather and having to style my hair, not constantly, but I'm washing my hair a lot more often than usual. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much been the 2 major changes that have taken place with me. Is I celebrated my birthday, and then I ended up getting aligners. As far as any other changes that may have taken place, I'm back on the whole decorating my apartment tip, because I had taken a break for a while, so I really want to wrap up just getting her all the way done and being completely done with it. We're still at 85%, like I said before. So once I just buy those last few pieces that I need to mainly organize clothes, because that's why you see, like, I have laundry here, but besides, you know, just the laundry, I just want to, because my studio is not crazy small, but it kind of forces me to live a minimalistic lifestyle. So I'm trying to still make space for my things without it looking cluttered in my apartment. And so far I've done a good job of doing that. I just want to organize a lot more. And also, like, one of the huge things I always have to remind myself about is to put everything back where it once was. So any piece of clothing, any hair product, because I have a bad habit of, like, once I've finished like using a hair product or something, I'll leave it on like my desk, or I'll leave it on the counter, and it's like, girl, that don't belong there. Like, you need to put it back. So I've made my linen closet pretty much my linen closet slash hair product closet and makeup. So that's where I go for all things beauty, as well as bed sheet, shower curtains, and bathroom decor, stuff like that. So I'm trying to be very mindful of whenever I use anything and to just put it back. Now, if you guys are also wondering about my super green nails, if you live in the New York area, I will go ahead and leave the link down below to where I go to get my nails done. These are my nails. Super dope. I ended up choosing this lime green color here because I wanted to switch it up. Like, I'm always going for like neutral colors when it comes to my nail polishes, and this summer I told myself that I would step out of my comfort zone and do a lot more bold and daring looks on my deeper skin tone. So this is a start, but I absolutely love it. She gave me like alien vibes, and it looks hella cool. You see that? That looks so dope. But yeah, shout outs to me ladies, because she hooked your girl up. Also, these are my nails. Like, these are legit my nails, no acrylic. This is gel, and the gel that they use is Japanese gel, so my nails have grown tremendously since then. This is actually how long my nails have grown after our first appointment together. This is my second time getting my nails done with her, so we'll see how much longer they're gonna get. But yeah, they've been growing like crazy. I just wanted to do like a sit down, you know, chat with you guys video, because it's just been so long, and I'm sure a lot of you guys are wondering, like, you know what, Ali, what's going on? Why haven't you been uploading? It's really just mainly due to my work schedule. I work long hours in the day, and I also have a revolving schedule, so I never really know when I'm gonna have that perfect day to just like film or just have time to myself, because I have more priorities now. So it's like, if I'm not exhausted, I'm either thinking like I have to do laundry, or I have to cook, or I have to clean, or I have to run errands. So it's a lot, and on top of that, it's just me. So I just try to create a healthy balance for myself, and I feel like I'm starting to get into that groove again now, where I just find enjoyment in creating my videos again, because at one point it started feeling like a chore, and I didn't want it to feel like a chore. So I feel like, although I can be sporadic in my uploading time, I get more enjoyment in just like uploading like real genuine content. Like, this is my life, you know, while doing hair. So yeah, you will be seeing more of your girl, no worries. I am just finding a healthy balance in all of that. And speaking of healthy, I think it's time I open up about something that has just been on my mind as of late. I don't like to give it too much relevance, but you know, I'm gonna keep it funky with y'all, because I feel like this is something that has been happening way too often, and some people tend to bat a blind eye to it, and you know, they may think like, oh, I'm so happy, or whatever the case may be. But majority of the reason that I have been able to get to the position that I'm in today, and just living my life and being genuinely happy, is because, as you all know, I was in a relationship. I uploaded a video with this person once, and if you guys have been with me long enough, you know what that video was about, which has since then been taken down. But I was in a relationship for 2 years with this person, and during that time a lot happened, you know, a lot of things that were memorable and amazing and beautiful, as any relationship starts off as, and then things took an ugly turn. So putting it frankly, this person turned out to be very toxic for me, very toxic for my family, and things just took a turn for the worse. But at the same time, I am grateful for that experience, because it showed me how there is so much fight in me, so much fight that I knew I had, but I had never acted on it when necessary. I've kind of always been just very passive. Like, even if I have something on my mind and I know like I want to say it, I'll kind of like hold off because I'm like, oh, you know, I don't want to hurt that person, or I don't want to hurt their feelings, or so on and so forth. But during that relationship, that person wasn't holding back on me. Like, they're one of those people that feel they're giving you the greatest advice in the world, and meanwhile all they're really doing is like tearing you down. So during that time, in the beginning, obviously everything is all peachy and dandy and you guys are happy and in love, blah 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 blah. But going after the first year, I knew that things were not going to work out. I knew that I wanted to move on with my life, and I wanted to take the steps necessary in order to do so. Now, when it comes to time frame, this was all going on in 2017, so it was a lot. I was in that relationship, and then on top of that, my living situation also wasn't the greatest, because I'm sure you guys have noticed in those videos around that time, there was a lot of hopping around going on, and that was because, to be quite honest, my parents and I ended up losing our home. And it's something I can talk about now, and it feels light because, you know, the pain and the stress and just everything we were going through, mainly the stress, is gone. You know, it was a very exhausting moment in our lives to go through, and it's something that we still reflect on, and it's something that still hurts, but not as much as before. And yeah, it was just a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes that, you know, I didn't really open up about genuinely because it wasn't the time, and I also wasn't in the mental space necessary to talk about it. Now I can talk about it because it happened, we went through it, we learned from it, you know, and now here we are reaping our blessings. You know, you guys have been with me since the beginning. You guys also saw me move and rejoice and share with you all that I was able to get my apartment, and I'm like so thankful for everything that I went through in order to get to this point in my life. You know, sometimes we can't always smile at the situations that take place in our lives, but at the same time you have to realize that that's God, you know, guiding you through that for a reason. You know, there are so many trials and tribulations that I went through, and there were moments that I prayed and I got down on my knees and I cried my eyes out because it really felt crazy to me. Like, it felt really, really crazy. But through it all, I was thankful. So yeah, a lot went down, and my toxic relationship, because that's what it was, had a lot to do with all of that. You know, I was also in denial myself, because you always want to give this person another chance, but towards the end of it, I was completely decided that I did not need to be around this person. So with that being said, I just think it's very important as women that when you're dating someone, you never want to rush into things. You never want to trick yourself or fool yourself into thinking that it's something that it isn't, because most of the times, if your gut and your intuition is telling you like, hey, I don't think this is gonna work out, you need to listen to your gut and your intuition. And there were many times that I tossed my intuition to the side, and then it came back to bite me in the butt, and I would be livid. I was very angry for quite some time. I was extremely confused because it was also a battle between myself, him, and my family. So it was a lot going on. But one thing that never wavered was that I would eventually turn back to my family, as you should. You know, family, no matter what y'all situation is, no matter what it is you guys are going through, like, those are the people that were there first. Those are the people that mattered way before, you know, Hector, Victor, Malik, Malcolm stepped into your life. They were there first. So that was something that I had to just constantly remind myself, like, when it comes down to it, it's about your family. So pretty much I ended up making the decision that it was time for me to, like, go and pretty much be with family, because during that struggle there was a moment where we ended up staying with his family, and I'm so grateful to his older sister that she was able to help us out during that time, and she gave us the hospitality to allow us into her home. But even then I just still felt like, this is not me, this is not my space, this is not where I belong, this is not how I live, this is not how I've been raised to live, and this is not my comfort zone. So it was a lot. But once again, I say all that to say this: you really have to pay attention to the lessons that are being thrown at you, because you don't know what you can possibly gain from it. And I know that that was one of my biggest lessons in life. And I truly do mean that. It was one of my biggest lessons that shook me to the core, about just being mindful about who steps into your life, what their intentions are, where their intentions lie. Are they really stepping into your life because they really do care about you, or are they really just stepping into your life because they're more concerned about what you can do for them? So when you guys say, like, oh my gosh, Ali, you're glowing, and you know, you look so great, and you look so happy, and you look so healthy, majority of that glow and that happiness and that joy comes from me stepping out of a very horrifying experience, and something that I would never wish on any woman or any man to go through, because mental health is extremely important, and it's also something that we kind of just take for granted, or we think like, oh no, you know, I'm mentally sane because we talk to our friends or we talk to our family every day, and you know, we kind of make our decisions based off of what other people say. But in the end, it's like, how do you really feel? You know, what is really going on in your mind? Are you happy with the decisions that you're making? You know, do you feel as though they're walking you towards the goal at hand and what truly satisfies your needs, and you know, how you see yourself, you know, walking this earth pretty much. So those were a lot of the questions that I had to face during those moments, and that's why towards the end of it, it was very easy for me to make my decision to just walk away, because I was not happy. I was not happy. My mental health was like crazy. I didn't know what to think, honestly, and I just wasn't in the right state of mind. I never felt like myself at all, and it wasn't until I decided to step out of that I became myself again, and I'm the girl that y'all see in the camera right now, like over here being transparent and honest and real. Like, so I wasn't about to give that up for no man. I'm sorry, not at all. I hope I didn't like ramble too much and like jump too much all over the place. Gemini problems. But in conclusion, that experience helped me gain a new perspective on what it means to grow up and become and continue becoming a woman, because every day we're growing up and every day we're learning. But that was a very significant moment in my life. And it's also one of the reasons why I kind of take things slow, like very slow. I do not plan on dating really anytime soon, because the girl do not got time. I'm really just focusing on myself, what matters to me, what I love to do. I'm finding myself. I'm looking like Issa at the end of season 3 when she was like organizing her apartment, and she kind of was just sipping her wine. That's where I'm at right now. You know, I'm chilling. I'm good. But yeah, I thought it was important. I had been wanting to share that with you guys for so long because I felt like it was just a very significant part of how I got to where I am now. You know, I didn't just want to have you guys over here thinking like, oh yeah, she good, blah 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 blah. But I'm sure some of y'all are wondering like, oh, but where's her then boyfriend? Like he living his own life, I'm living mine, and I'm living mine happily single. Thank you very much. So I wanted to fill you guys in on that. But I just find it amazing how things fall into place, and I think that's the main reason why I'm sharing this with you guys, especially my ladies as well as my men. You know, because I'm sure you can easily fall into a toxic relationship with a woman as well. But in the end, all I'm saying is like, be careful. You know, be careful of who is approaching you, and like really pay attention to your gut and your intuition. If you feel like, I don't know, this person trying to move in a little too fast. My mom would always tell me like, you know, anything that comes rushed in is never any good. Like when people are rushing to be a friend, when people are rushing to get close to you, when people are rushing to be around you 24/7, like none of that is ever good, because there's some hidden intentions there. And that was something that, once again, I learned the hard way, but it was a very huge and significant sign in just the way, you know, that said person was moving. So, but enough about that. I am trying to add a ton more plants. I really want to make my apartment like a jungle. So right now I have a total of about like 8 plants, or probably less than that because 2 of them died, so 6. And I really want to get a fig in here. If you don't know what a fig looks like, I'll insert a picture. Some people call it figs, some people call them fiddles, but they're absolutely beautiful. And I really want to get one in here. Also, if you have indoor plants at home and you get gnats in your apartment, please let me know in the comments down below what remedies or what has worked for you in getting rid of them. I've gotten rid of them through placing stones on my plants, but I feel like there's still a select few that are just roaming around and that need to go away. Let me know in the comments down below, what do you do to help with that? But other than that, I want to add a lot more decor, which is why I know y'all tired of me saying like I'm gonna do the apartment tour soon, but I just really want it to be not perfect, but I want it to be to my liking before I let you guys in. You know, it needs to be presentable. It's already presentable, but it just needs a little more pizzazz, a little more of my flavor in there before I show you guys the final product, you know? So now I'm just applying my perm rods for the night. I did a total of 6 twists, which is usually my go-to. From the looks of this, I may end up doing like a headband look, or I'll probably do a ponytail in the morning because it's gonna be pretty hot later on today. It's supposed to go up to 90 degrees. So we'll see how that goes. So let's see, I covered my whole liner situation, my birthday, which once again I will insert pictures. Now you guys know why things fell into place the way that they did. I need my scarf. And just how to be mindful of life. You know, life is a huge learning lesson. Another thing I also learned is to not be fearful of just, I wouldn't say anything, but I want to be in situations that make me feel uncomfortable, or put myself in positions that make me feel uncomfortable, because if you're uncomfortable, then that means you're learning and you're growing from it. So I'll be honest, right now me sharing this with you guys does feel a little uncomfortable, because it's like, oh my gosh, am I really about to put this online? Am I really going to share this? But I think it's necessary, and it's also my testimony, so that any young woman or man who is out there and is either whether it be a romantical relationship or a friendship that has a lot of toxic behavior within it, or even a work relationship that has toxic behavior. Like, I feel like this can help someone out there. You know, if it wasn't for my mom and my dad and like my family just being that huge support system, and even his mom, because she was also a huge part in my decision as well. She was honest with me, she kept it real, she kept it funky, and she made my decision that much more clearer. And it was also just a huge red flag at the same time. Like, well, if your mom was like saying this, then gotta go. But I say all this because, once again, I just feel like it can help someone out there, you know. So if you feel like something's just not right and communication isn't helping the situation, then maybe it's time to really assess the situation 100%. And if you feel like you even need to take it a step further and get therapy, please, by all means. I have yet to go into that because, one, it's very expensive, and two, I feel like I've maneuvered quite well. Like, prayer helped a lot, but eventually I do want to sit down with a therapist, just to get rid of any lingering habits that I see, you know, because being in a relationship with someone for so long, you do pick up habits from that person. Not even anyone that you're in a relationship with, but even like friends and family as well. So, you know, if you feel like, hey, I need a therapist, I need to talk to somebody, I need to open up, so be it. Do so. Don't be afraid to speak up and to vocalize what it is that you're feeling. You know, we're all learning. We are all having a human experience. So yeah, that pretty much concludes this video. I kind of freestyled it for y'all, you know, did my twist. I'm getting ready for bed. I'm gonna knock out, and I kept it funky and real with y'all. So yeah, I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. Feel free to let me know in the comments down below what your thoughts were. Do you want to see more videos like this? If there's anything on your mind or on your heart that you want to get out, please feel free to let me know in the comments down below. I'm more than willing to chat with you guys and, you know, to have a heart-to-heart. I'm trying not to get emotional. So I'm gonna wrap this up, and yeah, I hope you guys all have a great night, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.